Thank you very much, dear media. Ministers of Culture and Audiovisual sector today had an intensive policy debate on the future of the audiovisual policy, responding first of all to the new framework of the digital single market strategy, which was today presented by the Commissioner Oettinger, as well as addressing new challenges brought by the current geopolitical situation. I am very thankful to ministers and their delegations which came with their contributions for the better functioning of the Audiovisual Media Service Directive. And I would like to stress out here that all ministers agreed that this directive is a major cornerstone in the future of the audiovisual sector. Main discussion were focused on the seeking solutions, how to balance, on the one hand, freedom of expression, and on the other hand, public interest objective of security and stability. At the same time, it was important to discuss how we can unite our efforts to remain and develop audiovisual environment culturally diverse and of high quality. Talking about the possible solutions for growing disinformation coming from the third countries in the information space of the European Union, ministers expressed suggestions for the need to strengthen cooperation among countries and in particular among media regulators, as well as the need to deconstruct lies, to support small media and media diversity as such, as well as importance to invest in quality of journalism also was mentioned. Then ministers also raised some concerns with regard to the further development of audiovisual sector and a single digital market, such as copyright issues, that should be modernized, as well as data protection was mentioned as an area to seek improvements. Protection of minors, of course, was mentioned as by many countries as an important problem to be solved, as well as competitiveness of the small cultural and of small cultural areas and small languages in the unified digital market was pointed out as an important challenge. So I hope that the guidance given by ministers today will provide a valuable input to the refit of the Audiovisual Media Service Directive, and there was unanimous support from ministers on the ongoing refit procedures, and we are looking forward to the results that will be presented by the Commission at the end of this year. Apart of the audiovisual issues, ministers also worked on the Council conclusions prepared by the Latvian presidency on the creative and cultural crossovers. These Council conclusions explore how culture, creativity, creative professionals can better trigger innovation in industries, business, as well as in such areas like education, social inclusion, healthcare, environmental sector, as well as territorial development. Also, Council adopted the decision to designate Plovdiv and Matera, the cities of Bulgaria and Italy, as European capitals of culture for 2018. And finally, during the meeting, we had an opportunity to hear from the Commission that the update on cultural heritage aspect of the EU regional strategy for Syria and Iraq Lastly, the ministers raised concerns with regard to the financing of cultural infrastructure projects within European Regional Development Fund. And on behalf of the Latvian presidency, I would like to thank Commissioner Oettinger for taking part in today's debate and presenting the digital single market strategy for Europe. And I would like also to thank Commissioner Navracic, who is not present but, in the press conference, but also took part in our debate, and we hope that ministers' inputs will help to Commissioner Navracic also to further work on the issues related with cultural policy. I thank you for your attention.